Xpressionzja family, Ayad and abroad. My name is Akiria, and I am here with David Crossgill, who is also known to play the character Rankin in The Bartender. How are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous.
Yeah,
How are you?
I am doing good. Can you describe your character Rankin in the series, and maybe tell us a little bit about, your least or most liked attributes about this character?
Ah, Rankin as I've made him and the writer has made him is a non-nonsense era influence.
3 months off of the ground, and no man could hold the other.
I wouldn't say that he's much of a don or a leader. He's more of an influence to the community and to younger youths in the community. Yeah, he's a very dynamic character, very no nonsense him about what I'm about,
You saw a leader have to make stern decisions more time.
full of connections, full of links, no for get himself going, no for conducting businesses and stuff like that. Yeah, the character interesting. I don't really have no bad or nothing about the character that I don't like really.
So, do you find any semblance of yourself, that is similar
Within the
to,
character,
yeah?
somewhat, somewhat because it was a character that was made just like that, like Orville just linked me and say, yo, some more find a Dan for play and Rams. I will deal with it for you. Because Orville has been a good friend of mine for years. And I said, I'm deal with it. So that's basically what the character come about. Him just give me the idea what he want the character to be like and and I put it to life.
So,
Basically.
how do you prepare, um, to deliver these scenes?
For me, I mean, I'm a professional actor. So once I've played a character once and I identify certain attributes of the character, the intellectual capacity, the morals, the social, the psychological aspect, then it's pretty easy to slip into the role. Once I've played it 2, 3 times and understand what the director wants the role to be like, then it's pretty easy to just slip in it once I'm called to become that particular character.
Okay, so you expressed just now that you have experience as an
Yeah,
actor. You've been
I'm
in
a
this space for a
trained,
while, right?
yeah, I'm a trained full-time theatre actor. I work with the Jambes International, center stage productions for the past, call it 15 years. So I've been doing professional theatre practically nearly a half my life.
So, what is the contrast between working in theater and shooting a film production for YouTube?
It is much different type of acting because as you know, when it comes to film, less means more. So when you pay something 10 times big on stage,
Yeah.
it's much smaller playing in front of the cameras because a different type of acting. But it's pretty much the same, but it's just that the whole movements and stuff are different. That everything is more smoother, slicker, more natural to life than being on stage. When you're on stage, you perform in front of 400, 500 people, so your body language tend to have to be more because you want people to see it where they're way down there. So.
Yeah.
But when it comes to film, the camera captures everything. So it's much easier to me. Film is way much easier to me than being on the stage.
So, how you said you've been in, theater and you've been in the creative industry, I guess, for a long time,
Yeah,
right?
all my life.
How did you get involved and where does this passion come from?
Honestly, this is a story that I always tell because as a child growing up, and even during my days in high school, I've never thought about becoming an actor, to be honest. I actually started going to Xpressionzja Community College to do hotel and tourism management. And then there was a class that we did at Performing Arts that was called production. And I had to be a part of that class and back and forth with the two thing. And then one day, I mean, within 2 weeks, I'm like, something like the vibe, so. I like this energy. I like the naturalism of people. I like natural stuff. I like real. I never like just up in the black and white thing. So I love this tourism.
I can relate.
But they want to go put on some normal clothes and come to school and do something I actually fell in love with.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually just fell in love with theatre in that aspect. It wasn't a dream of mine. It was something I said, oh man, but what actor am I get? Never.
The
It never
passion grew
crossed my
over
mind.
time.
But just that energy that the performing arts
Mm-hmm.
driven in me made me say, what? I like this man. I like this, you know. And then there was Kenny Saman who said, yeah, you want to do it? Come in, man. Kenny Saman was my lecturer at Xpressionzja, one off. And he was the HOD, the head of the department. I said, yeah, I want to do it then. Then you know, I had to pass the news on to my parents. So
Mm-hmm.
I has absolutely no knowledge of what performing arts is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like, well, not they, but my mother was like, what, performing arts? What you gonna do with that? You know, but everybody accepted it, and then here I'm now.
It takes a lot of, I would say, discipline, right?
Hmm.
For any field, whatever industry you're in.
Hmm.
So, what else would you say it would take to have sort of a consistent presence in the entertainment industry?
It's been good, been good. We have a saying that we say must always your last performance is your we go, and that's how it's going on. You're as good as your last
Mm.
performance. So you have to be good at everything. You have to perform. You have to give the people what they want. They must remember you.
For the next 2 days, I want to eye them talking. And the police them gonna circle the ends after that movie.
Whether it be film or theater, nobody not supposed to leave the theater and see as a character that was there. But it
Mm.
must be a memorable character, which takes a lot of work. Theater is a lot of work.
A lot of dedication.
A lot of dedication, a lot of time given,
Mm.
whole heap of work. You're remembering an entire book of about 60 to 62 pages,
Mm.
and it has to be delivered the same way every night. It's not like a bit of work, it's a whole heap of work. And my company, we deal with perfection, are the closest to perfect as we can be. So we're not doing like a piano. I don't know if you ever see a Jambi's production before,
Yes, I've actually
but
I've worked in some capacity
mhm.
with Ujambis
Yeah,
in some way.
okay.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to know the level of.
Oh, I know.
We don't joke. It
I
has to
know.
be
Yes.
perfect. It has to look a particular way,
Mm-hmm.
and we work. We work. We rehearse a show from morning till night for like a month and a half, 2 months straight, non-stop, every single day.
Mm.
So that's why when we open with a bang every time, because that's what we work for. So it's a lot of work. It's not like a piano jump up something. So theater really is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Film for me is much easier because I mean I can come and sit and learn my lines now and deliver it.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
It don't work that way for theater.
It's
I can
a
come
different
today to
ball
shoot something
game.
and I say, what will I shoot today? And I'm saying I'm on another page and I read through it and I say, okay, cool, I'm gonna shoot it. If I make a mistake, we say, take it back. You don't have that on theater.
Completely different ball game.
Completely different ball game. Once you make a mistake, you have to try fix it and move along. And nobody ain't gonna fix it for you.
Mm.
So it's a different ball game.
Back to Brightender for a little bit. How long have you been a part of the cast, and how
Ah,
did you get started in it?
been a part of the cast maybe 2, 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3 years. I don't quite remember the time, but 2, 3 years. You know, say Arville always come into my community, my barn ground, to shoot. And Arville is my bridging for years. Arville was my lecturer as well at Excelsior.
Mm.
So we have a band from back then. But him always come shoot a thing. And then one day he does a shoot and he say, yo, you know, say, more that Danny now, more someone to play a Danny now, you stay. And I say, yeah, once the show time flexible, you know. Once the show time flexible, me play it, man. Nothing wrong with that, man.
That
Me do
energy.
it. Yeah, yeah. I figure, I figure. I say, yeah, we play it, man. I want to. And that was just it.
So compared to how the bartender started to where it is at now, what
Hmm.
are your thoughts on the progression?
It's a nice switch. I
Mm-hmm.
remember when I just started watching The Bartender years ago, it was more of a comedy. and it grow. I mean, it grow. The story grow, and it keeps growing.
Hmm.
So it's just wait and see what happens next. Really.
What happens next?
Hmm.
Speaking of, what do you think of the season finale? If you've seen it, have you
Ah,
seen it yet?
I'm trying to wonder if I did see it. Maybe I saw it, but didn't know that it was the season finale. To be
Hmm.
honest, because I watch them as them come out, but I'm not sure exactly which scene. That's a scene when Butcher got shot, and yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's pretty
Yeah.
interesting. I went into this way where they're going with that now,
Hmm.
based on the fact that Butcher tried to switch up the thing and him get shot, and we kind of it have a pretty interesting finale. So I could say what the next season gonna be like, really.
Definitely. I mean, what are your thoughts on where it could be heading?
Oh, there's so much ways that we could spin that story. There's so much ways, but as far as I see, it's heading for Butcher to really come back and understand himself
Hmm.
again. I'm really a hard person to deal with because him keep doing flaws, back of flaws, back of flaws.
Young man, me no business with a youth. Hey, as far as I care, better than the clock dead.
But this is one scenario that's supposed to actually make him feel like, say, yo, bro, I got too much.
Yeah.
So I could say the right to do with him.
Protection. Everyone protection go buy two condom.
All right, on to something a little bit more fun, right?
Mhm.
If you were to play another character, who would that character be, and why would you choose to play that character?
None.
None.
No, I like ranking.
Like
I
ranking.
like the spontaneity of ranking. I like how ranking just pop up every now and again.
Mm-hmm.
So the character don't become too there.
Every member say, yes, sir. And we run it. We.
When I see ranking, I say, what ranking? Oh, what got though? What see what got though? I like that about the character.
Mm-hmm.
He's not in every single scene.
Yeah.
So when him do come, people have an interest to find out what him is about now.
Yeah.
So I really like that about the character. I'm not playing another character, to be honest.
Okay,
I
I
like
can
this
respect
character.
that.
I like this character.
All right. If you were to have a love interest,
Hmm.
right, who would that love interest be? Or if you could create a character,
Hmm.
what can you walk us through, like, the characteristics of that love interest
If I should create a character in the
for
show
ranking?
for ranking,
Yeah,
Why you have to go find out that yourself.
a love interest.
that would be a queen. That would be a nice empress.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who has a total different vision than him. I like to see how that play out.
Challenge him in some ways,
Yes,
right?
yes, because he's that stern, no nonsense kind of tough
Mm-hmm.
guy.
If it for work, we'll work.
I would like to see his love interest be somebody that is totally different. Is a flipper him.
Mm-hmm.
Like people say, oh, them connect.
Yeah.
No, she they're kind of different, but how them connect. I like that. It's gonna make it would be an interesting twist to him as an individual
I
dealing with that
definitely
empress.
agree.
So
I can see
was a
that.
different, yeah, was
Yeah,
a
I mean,
different
it would
vibe.
create a natural balance, though,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It would for sure. But I'd create that kind of love interest for
Mm. All right, director. Yeah, hear that?
him.
Do the right thing, youth.
So, how important do you think it is that, the stories that we tell in Brightender, how do you think it connects to real life situations that are
they're,
happening in
they're,
Jamaica, and how
they're actually
important are those to be
they're
told?
actually very real situations. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I've not seen any fiction-like situation. All of those situations that has been written, maybe it's coming from maybe different stories that Orwell has heard. They're very lifelike.
Mm-hmm.
Not that way say, that can't happen. No man, that's impossible. Everything is really lifelike.
Mm-hmm.
It's really stuff that really do happen.
That is something me have to go take to the grave. You don't know the thing going on. When you violate the family, you have to get that way.
On a daily basis, the whole damn man shape, the whole community rivals, everything is natural things. Them things
Yeah.
happen every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a pretty natural and interesting story.
Since the writing is and directing is so close to reality, what would you like for our international viewers to take from the series?
Uh, it's a tricky question, but I mean, to be honest, our international viewers like the real authentic Jamaican display.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we say, well, we don't want to do no violence, and we don't want to do that, and we, no, too much of that. That's what people really love about Jamaica,
And it's
sadly.
real.
But them little boy, they from over 13, man, them violate big time, Rasta.
People love the naturalism.
Mm-hmm.
Them like actually say, bombat. Yo, that not Jamaica for real now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the man that run on them man with a gun for real in Jamaica. People love that. And it shows right across the board now, because if you look at all the films that we have produced in Jamaica,
Mm-hmm.
and the only ones that stand out are the ones that actually display authentic Jamaican culture.
Mm-hmm.
Where people say, boy, a Jamaica culture that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, of a Jamaican movie called One Love,
Oh yes, I
very
love One
few
Love.
people
What?
knows about One Love.
I mean, I guess I can see that.
But if you say to people that, you know, Shatters,
Yeah,
everybody
everybody
knows
knows
Shatters.
Shatters.
Because people gravitate to what they think is authentic Jamaican culture. Without be like the true or false,
Mm-hmm.
that's how people feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like me walking in New York and people actually know ranking, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm in Flatbush and people say, yo, ranking, ranking. And maybe other character would have get no recognition, but the fact that ranking a player done and him tough and him rough and people like that.
Because there's raw truth there.
Exactly. And they know that that's what, or they think that that's an authentic Jamaica character being displayed right there. So then pick you up right away. I mean, I've not done much episodes, but I go through the airport, I go there far, me there Miami,
known.
and then I go people ask me them can identity. I walk through a
Yeah.
plane, ranking, ranking. I say,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but people like them thing there. That's what them gravitate to.
I mean, Brightender, it's an authentic expression of what does take place in Jamaica.
Exactly,
Right?
exactly.
And I think what I appreciate about it is not just the events, but how it is, you know, addressed. So it also creates room for certain kind of discussions. Speaking of discussions, what do you
Yes.
think was the turning point?
To be honest, you know, in the early stages of the story, I wasn't so much of a ardent bartender watcher. I watch a couple of episodes and I see where the direction that it was going then.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to identify solidly what has created that changed. So I couldn't speak on that, to be honest.
But you can identify the change.
I
really.
can identify a drastic change.
Yeah, and I think it's greatly appreciated by
I
the
love it.
fans, you
I
know?
love it. I love it. I think it's the authenticity of it is what I really love the most. But I love it. I love the change. I love the twist. I love where it's going. Let's hoping. I want to see what the next season going to be like.
I cannot wait.
I want to see what the next season going to be like.
Cannot wait, and
Can
we
see.
definitely hope to see ranking.
Yeah,
new
sure,
season.
sure.
On to you,
Said it.
David Crossgill. Outside of ranking, the character that you play, you wear several hats, right?
Yeah, I'm a businessman. As I say, I'm a full-time theater actor. I'm a landlord. I'm all kind of something.
Give us
All kind of something.
a tidbit, like a little snippet of the day in the life of Mr. Crossgill.
I can have an absolutely busy day and I can have an absolutely free day. It all depends on what is happening on that particular day. But my life is very busy overall. I have so much things to do. I have to look about my birds, which are very important to me.
Birds. Please tell us about your birds.
Yeah,
I love birds now.
I think, you haven't seen them?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I have a lot of fighting birds.
What?
Yeah.
Are they here?
No.
No?
They're by the next.
Oh.
Yeah, so I have to take care of my birds. I have to train my birds.
Yeah, normally, we call this conditioning process if they peg them out and anything there.
And feed them up and
Wow.
do all the procedures that we do with them.
How long have you had your birds?
I've been dealing with birds for the past years, maybe all my life. I'm about maybe like 14, 15 years old.
Wow.
So it's a passion of mine.
Clearly.
It's a passion of mine. It's even a passion before theater, but it's a passion of mine from my childhood days.
Like at the 9 fighting win now.
So once I clear that procedure, then I maybe have different business to do. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
I have the guys to drop off at work. I run a tree servicing company. So with the things like tree removal, tree
Oh,
pruning, landscaping, stuff like that. Yeah, so sometimes I have that to deal with. So what I try to do now is get people to do those stuff, so it
yeah.
lessens the work on me. But I always have a pretty busy day, pretty busy, hectic day.
Wow. I mean, based on what you're telling me,
I try to keep
well,
it
I
on
love
level.
the birds. I had birds when I was younger.
Yeah,
Yeah, to I think they're called yellowtail
you know,
birds.
oh.
Yeah. Um, I was much younger. I can't tell you what happened to them when I was younger. You know, being young, you're
Flew
not
away.
they're your birds, but you're
Yeah.
not really responsible completely for them. So, sorry, birdies. I wasn't the best bird parent, but yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
If you could have a catchphrase, I mean, if Rankin could have a catchphrase
Okay.
in the series
Just
Bartender, what would the catchphrase be?
one ranking.
One ranking. Hashtag one ranking.
One ranking.
Hashtag one ranking. Okay, I love that. Very subtle but
Yeah,
effective,
yeah,
right?
yeah. No, nothing too, too hard to deal with.
Mm, okay. Well, David Crossgill, Mr. Crossgill with a G, that's a K. Thank you so much for having this sit down with me. It was my pleasure. We do hope to see Ranking in the new season.
Alright, see what the writer has in
Yeah,
store for the character.
we're looking forward to it.
Alright, my dear. Thanks much to you too.
That will be it for now. Stay tuned.